Hey everyone, so we're back here today, and this week there was something called the Special Duels in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. The Special Duels this week is basically an event where you have the special rules that you have something called Granpa's cards. That becomes your skill, and this skill basically adds the 5 pieces of Exodia to your deck, in addition to the 20 cards you regularly add to your deck. So, for this event, we decided to go with my Exodia deck right here. This deck has a lot of different components, but I'll try to show you guys the main ones you should look out for. In order to summon Exodia, one of the first things you need to know about Exodia is that it's a normal spellcaster. Most of the pieces of it are normal spellcaster pieces. The head of Exodia, though, is an effect spellcaster card. So those things will be things that will help us be able to figure out a good deck for it. If you're trying to actually summon Exodia during this event, keep in mind it will be challenging just because it's really hard to win with it with the current cards. But here, I'll give you some ideas of what you guys could do. First off, if you have a Legion of Field Jester, this card's really great because not only does it help you summon a higher level spellcaster, it will also allow you, when it's sent from the field to the graveyard, it will bring back one normal summon, normal spellcaster type. So this card is going to be very useful. Keep in mind this is really hard to get in the pack, so you might have to try a bit. That's why I only have one. I just got one from a pack. And the other ones that are a little bit easier to get because they're more common is Blue Dragon Summoner. And this card, similar to the Jester, it's one of the best draw mechanic cards or searching cards in the game right now. So very recommended to try to get a couple of these if you can. So this allows you to get one Dragon Warrior or Spellcaster normal type monster, and like we said, Exodia's pieces, 4 of them are normal Spellcasters, so the second this goes to the graveyard from the field, it doesn't have to die by battle, you can tribute summon it, and when it goes from the field to the graveyard, it will also keep doing its effect of bringing you back a piece of Exodia. So this card also has a lot of synergy with Exodia. That's why I have 2 of them. I would try to get 3 of them if it was possible, because with each one of them, it increases your chances. And as far as stats, at a 1500 attack stat is very good for what you're trying to do. And so those 2 cards are very useful. The other good part about it is that in case, because you're going to face a lot of beatdown decks, in case you're trying to go up against them, he allows you to also grab a warrior type monster, which could be something like a warrior Dai Grepher card, which is also a warrior card, and it has really great stats, 1700 and 1600. Because skills are being locked for Granpa's cards effect, that means that you won't get any dino decks here. Everything's based off of just what the strongest beatdown monsters are. The strongest one, I think, is the 1800 Fairy one, but for right now, these cards are a little bit better just because they're able to be searched by this card, so it gives you options when you're playing. In case you prefer one of these, you can grab it and stall out a little longer. Of course, you have something else, other cards like Regretful Rebirth, which basically, when one of your monsters is destroyed by battle, and sent to the graveyard, target that monster and special summon it face up in defense position, but it is destroyed during the end of the turn. So what this card is really good for, Regretful Rebirth, it's good in conjunction with Legion of Field Jester or the Blue Dragon Summoner. So let's say they attack Blue Dragon Summoner, it dies, it gets its effect. When it's getting its effect, you can chain Regretful Rebirth and bring it back again, and you'll still get the effect of drawing it. And it's going to be on the field again, so when it dies again, you'll get a second chance. Meaning these 2 cards together will give you 2 pieces of Exodia just if you're able to grab them. Fortunately, I only have one of these in my deck, but I might add another one if I was able to get one. But that's another card you might want to consider adding to your Exodia deck just to help you out. But like I said, it has to be in combos with this card or Legion Field Jester to make it very useful. Another card that I do like to use is Magician's Circle. This one can be a double-edged sword though, because if it brings up the other person's monsters as well, it happens when you use a spellcaster type monster, and when you go and attack, you can bring back one which is 2,000 or less, which conveniently for us, Dark Magician Girl is exactly 2,000 or less. So using those two in conjunction when attacking with one of these monsters could really help you out, especially because everyone's bringing out their beatdown monsters. So yeah, and I have two of them right here. They're very useful because even if you don't get out the Dark Magician Girl, you could get out one of these other spellcaster monsters to help you draw it out faster. And the rest of my cards are the prototypical cards that you would add to any deck, almost like Mirror Wall, Windstorm of Etaque, and Michizure, just because this really helps out. Because you have a lot of low-level monsters, being able to trade with other monsters is really great. And for the rest of this deck, it's just pretty much your prototypical what you would use. Enemy Controller, just to save yourself more turns. And these two cards, Enemy Controller and Spear Kuriboh, work just to stall out a little bit longer, or set up one of your lower attack monsters to attack. Maybe it's something like a Jerry Beansman with 0 defense, it's gonna get annihilated. And Twin Barrel Dragon, I mean, you don't need this card. You could add another warrior card really, but since it has 1700 attack and it has an effect that could maybe turn the tides if you're lucky, might as well add him in there. But you don't necessarily need this card. The ones you should have are Legion Field Jester, Blue Dragon Summoner, and maybe one of these if you can, but that's optional, like I said. Alright, so we're trying out our deck right now. We're going against Odeon. And, I mean, it doesn't matter which character you choose, because both of them get the same effect, or skill, Granpa's cards. So we're going to start off with that. We have one piece of Exodia in our hand, and we have one trap, which is really good. Having a trap early it could mean a huge swing in terms of how the game's being played. So let's see what he's playing, because different people have been trying different things already. And some people play to counter Exodia, other people are playing to use Exodia. So each player has its own different tactics. We got the main piece, meaning total we have already 3 pieces if we get both of these to go off. We're gonna summon that. Let's go for an attack. So we would just need to draw one more piece out if it's possible. So we're going right there, going for an attack. Let's see what he does. Oh no, it's this kind of deck. Okay. We might be in a lot of trouble. It's a Gravekeeper's deck. Gravekeepers is actually really powerful in this special duels arena, just because Gravekeepers in general is a really strong deck. And so if you build a regular Gravekeepers and add 5 cards, it's still going to be a powerful deck. Like, it's not going to change that much. So he's going to do something to me right now that I'm not going to like. I don't know what his... Okay, he's going to make me lose 2,000 attacks. He's going to go for a straight attack.
Let's battle.
But if I use Mitsurugi, unless he has Trap Jammer, which he could, usually these decks prepare for this kind of stuff. So I got 2,000 damage. I'm about to lose from just that one hit. Yeah, so I'm gonna activate it. We need to thin out our deck a little bit more, and we're gonna activate this. And if he has a Trap Jammer, I lost. But if he doesn't, then I may have just got myself back into this game. He doesn't have it. I'm gonna get an Exodia piece because that's right now the way I'm gonna win. Yeah. So we have 3 pieces, and if we're lucky, we'll get one more. Oh my god, we got this. So what we're gonna do right now, we're gonna change to defense position. We're gonna set this down. And that's all we're gonna do. End turn. If he attacks it, this game might be over right here. Because then I'll get double summon, and I'll summon him back to protect again. So we'll see what happens right here. He did a lot of damage with his Gravekeepers to me, so I'm in a lot of trouble already. So he's gonna do his thing. He's gonna attack me, and he's not realizing what he probably just did. And if it's not the case, then I'm just gonna attack him, and then rebirth myself, and end the game that way. So... okay, he's gonna go for a hit. Unless he has Trap Gem or he lost this right here. So, let's see. Okay, he hits me. I activate it.
My monster's effect activates.
I'm gonna also activate this.
I don't think so. My face down card activates. Exactly what I need.
And I get to draw a card.
Summon a monster.
So, Regretful Rebirth brings him back, and he brings him back on a timer, basically. So, when I end my turn, I'm going to draw him, basically. So I'm going to draw, and it doesn't matter what I do here, really. The game's pretty much over, because I'm just going to summon, normal summon. And I'm just gonna end my turn, because Regretful Rebirth, what it does is it brings back the same card, but it is destroyed during your end phase. So my end phase is right now, so I'm gonna end turn. He's gonna go back to the graveyard again. Yes, and I'm gonna activate his spell. It could be countered if he has a negate effect monster or something like that. But he doesn't have it, so we're gonna get the cool effect. So the Exodia's effect happens immediately, so here we go. Oh my god. And the duel's over. Exodia wins. Pretty awesome animation for Exodia. When you win with Exodia, you actually get a very special bonus right here. So label regular stuff. So you get special victories, which is 3,000 points. And those 3,000 points are incredible. But yeah, this event has been really great for the most part. The only negative is that they should have made it so Exodia is easier to summon, or Exodia has more, I guess you could say, adding 5 cards additional to your regular 20 card minimum is really hurting for an Exodia deck, because if you want to pull him out really fast, you're going to have a bigger deck, and then you're going to have to try to whittle it down for 25. It is possible to do it, but it is very challenging, especially when the meta itself with Gravekeepers and just regular beatdown decks are just going to keep hitting you until they win. So that's why you kind of have to build a little bit of a hybrid to stall out enough to win. So at least for this game, that was a really amazing, and I'm glad I was able to show you guys Exodia. But anyways, as far as this video, that's the end of this video. Take care, and I'll see you guys all next time.